Hello Sagittarius, Sagittarius Rising, and Sagittarius Moon people. This is your monthly astrological horoscope for March 2017. And a quick reminder for you guys, reminder, and remember it too, that this is all about the sweeping seasonal shifts that go on throughout the month, all long-term aspects. So if you're looking for maybe shorter term, day-to-day kind of things, I would recommend checking out the weekly horoscopes. The first half is exclusively astrology for those of you that just prefer astrology exclusively, so there's something for everybody. Also, if you just want to get a session with me, you can follow the links below or go to integrativemysticism.com. Now we do have a month. I'll be honest, we have a month. And it all starts in the beginning with Jupiter, currently retrograde in your 11th house of friendships and social networking, forming a lovely connection with Uranus in your 5th house of love, romance, and your relationships with your children. And interestingly enough, Jupiter retrograde is sort of bringing you closer to a partner or to a child because a friend is sort of sealing a bond there with you. Okay, now this could be a friend who's really close or a relative, somebody from your past, somebody you have in common that's actually kind of bridging the gap in some kind of issue or maybe some kind of distancing that's been going on there. You know, maybe there's been a crush, we need someone to kind of, you know, relay some information, or maybe we're in a situation where it's just, you know, we have a mutual friend, or maybe there's a family friend who helps do a lot of healing and a lot of interconnective work, making everyone feel welcome and bonded and appreciated in this connection, in this relationship. It's a breakthrough kind of opportunity facilitated by a third party. It's going on all through the first 3 weeks of this month. Now, we probably need it because Venus is going retrograde in this area as well, in this 5th house of love and romance, and again, relationships with our kids. And Venus retrograde is a different kind of thing than Mercury retrograde, okay? I've been telling everyone, people have been trying to apply Mercury retrograde rules to Venus retrograde, and it's just not how it works. And with, you know, Mercury retrograde, things tend to play on the mind and on communications, right? Well, with Venus retrograde, things play on the feelings, okay? And with Venus retrograde, there is always 3 things to watch out for. Temptation, alright, insecurities, possibly trust issues, as well as the push for instant gratification and quick fixes. And so a lot of this month is going to be handling that, you know, as that comes up, you know, a little bit in romance, or in our relationships with our children, you know, some issues with trust, issues with bonding, issues with being able to take each other seriously, or even articulate emotions sometimes. You know, even as we go into this, in Venus's shadow period, I'm noticing a lot of folks having a hard time really kind of getting grounded and settled into having a conversation. And that can be a challenge with Venus, because it's hard to put feelings into words as it is, but when Venus is retrograde, it's kind of like all the words trip over the tongue. And there could be some things coming up where, you know, we have to watch out for trying to put fast fixes on things, fast fixes on issues with partners, going for the relief instead of the long-term solutions. And same thing with our kids, you know, because people, when Venus retrograde happens, you know, people get more insecure. Those things come up to be cleared and to be healed, but sometimes people don't want to do the work on them. You know, they want to get it over with. Just get it over with as fast as possible. That's not always a good thing, you know, because again, sometimes we're not getting over it, we're just, you know, closing the discussion until it happens again. Now, does this mean everything is doom and gloom? Absolutely not. But it does mean that we're just going to have to be willing and able to go through those muddy waters this month a little bit, but it will bring everyone closer. And you're not alone, you will have assistance, it seems. Now, we also have Mars moving into Taurus, into your 8th house of, sorry, not your 8th house, your 6th house of reputation, work, your health. And this is one of those times, you know, a lot of fire signs are getting a real big economic boost this month, because with Mars in any financial sector, houses 10, houses 8, houses 6, houses 2, you know, a lot of you are going to be noticing that your income is improving. You might be getting a lot more overtime, a lot more work. But with Mars in the 6th house, it's especially interesting for a lot of you because there may be a chance that somebody who has been stepping in your way, professionally, whether it's a competitor or maybe an authority figure, will be stepping down, will be getting out of your way. Some big professional obstacle, possibly in the form of an antagonistic human being, will be leaving this space, or at least getting out of your way this month. If you feel like they've been perhaps prohibiting you or inhibiting you from earning more money, getting more hours, getting possibly some kind of raise or recognition, just somebody we've been butting heads with a lot. This Mars energy is basically the bulldozer that knocks them over. This is also a great time for health for a lot of you, but I would be careful with Venus retrograde. Don't do anything that would alter your physical appearance too much, but if we're trying to, say, lose weight, tone up, slim down, Mars in the 6th, Mercury in the 6th as well, but Mars in the 6th is great, especially for those of you involved in any athletic activities. So we've got a really nice alteration to the norm coming up with this angle all month. We also have a full moon occurring in Virgo in your 10th house of career. And that's occurring on the 10th. And the middle 2 weeks of this month are going to be all about some kind of big shift where, again, we are getting some kind of obstacle out of your way, or an obstacle out of your way that's been in the way of your upward mobility, okay? And so when we look at, say, upward mobility, that's your progress through the ranks, that's your promotion. You may be actually even thinking about taking on a job offer that comes your way, Sagittarius, and this may actually pull you away from the job that you have, or perhaps just the designation, the schedule, the department that you have, but it is in and of itself a thing to go for. Remember, it's not Mercury retrograde, it's Venus retrograde, so it is safe to proceed here. I would ultimately say with this, with this moon in Virgo, pay attention to where something does need to be cleared and done. Maybe there's an opportunity to advance yourself that you've been afraid to take. Maybe we've gotten a bit comfortable in a little bit of a rut, Sagittarius, and I think that this is where the breakthrough needs to be for you. We also have Mercury moving into your 5th house of love and romance, and this is talking about your opportunity to, sort of open up communications and tear down some walls, especially when it comes to, again, relationships with children, relationships with parents, and relationships with lovers and crushes. And this is also going to speed up developments here. Be careful, again, with Venus retrograde there, we don't want things to go too fast. But with tearing down walls when it comes to communications, when people are, kind of keeping things secret, holding things back, not necessarily in a nefarious way. Some people leave things out to save face because they feel bad about it, they feel guilty, maybe they just feel self-conscious or they feel stupid, because they don't know how to bring it up. But it is important information for you to have. Finally going to start sharing that. Finally start getting that out in the open with Mercury here. This is also a time for a lot of you to maybe, again, start opening up dialogues with folks we've been trying to, to explore relationship potential with. Again, wait till Venus is direct before we make anything official relationship-wise, but this is a time where we can at least get that talk on the table. The Sun moving into this area is also healing and patching up relationships here, taking a lot of the edge off that Venus retrograde. And this could actually be an opportunity to get everything out by the light of day so that we can sort things out for good. This is also a time to get more out of the time you spend with your sweetheart, your crush, or maybe just, again, somebody that you want to have a closer, tight romantic relationship to, making that time more productive and therefore more bonding. Because there is a bit of a lesson in that, and I'll be talking about this probably in a special Venus retrograde video, where if a relationship isn't productive, then it's not bonding. So we're trying to make it happen so it can happen. And that's going to be with us all the way up until the 3rd week of April, so you're in good shape. You're in great shape there. After that, we have a new moon in your 5th house of love and romance. And this can be something very interesting because it does, even in spite of all of this stuff, all of this crazy, we've got an opportunity for new love coming your way at the end of this month. And this could be a new person that you have been trying to get with, or a new person you don't know yet. Yes, Venus retrograde can bring old relationship opportunities back when it's in the 5th house, specifically. But it may be that this new person comes back as an old person who's evolved. Or We may just be having closure with an old person, so we're emotionally available for a new person. Either way, there will be that opportunity showing up at the end of this month for those of you who are single and looking. For those of you who are not looking for anyone else because you got somebody or you're totally content, this could actually be an opportunity for a lot of you who are actually thinking about starting up maybe an old project or an old hobby that you maybe didn't think was good enough to see the light of day. And you will be proven wrong. Finally, we've got Mercury moving into Taurus at the end of the month, going into that 6th house of reputation and work. And we've got, again, that focus on emphasis on productivity, but also on getting things done quickly. Now, when we talk about this, well, when we talk about getting things done quickly and efficiently, we're talking about wrapping up a lot of old outstanding projects, old outstanding obligations and priorities that need to get done. Done around the house and done around the office. If there's a lot of things that are left hanging, you know, old bills, or maybe even old, old very much required prerequisites to get done to, again, push ourselves forward in terms of our employment opportunities, get people on the ball, things that people are obligated to do for us, things that people were supposed to be done for us, or again, getting important conversations underway, important interviews and all those things. If they've been stalled, at the end of this month and into the beginning of April, we have them picking up the pace once again. So that is your forecast, Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. You know I appreciate it. And once again, please, 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 please never forget to check out your rising sign and your moon sign, because they will put extra context on how the month is going to go. So thanks a lot for watching, everyone, and I'll talk to you later.